Codex is now available in the ChatGPT mobile app. It's in preview. You can see it right here in the side menu. I'm going to show you how to set it up with the iPhone mirroring. So let's go ahead and get started. Going to unlock my iPhone. We can see over in the sidebar, if you don't see this, if you just click this button, you can click on your Codex app. That'll pull this up. Now it says it's waiting for desktop, and we've got to follow the instructions. If you've updated Codex, I think we need to be on 26.513.20950 or 2816. That is a mouthful. So that should be the latest update. And then we go ahead and hit get started. This is going to allow you to connect to your phone using this Mac. So you can use your Codex from your iPhone or any other device. And you can pick up where you left off, stay in the loop, and just start something. So this will access your desktop files, apps, browser to complete any task that you send on your phone. This is like the Remotex app from Emmanuel, and it is first party. So we'll be able to see and trigger off new chats to Codex. So let's go ahead and get started, and let's allow it. And it looks like there's a special QR code, so I might have to change this. So I think I need to scan this from the Codex app. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you learned something new or you like this, hit the like button and subscribe. It helps my channel a lot. It helps other people find it, and I really appreciate you. So awesome. Thank you. All right, so it has connected to my Mac. So now I am connected, I believe. So then I've got my tiny timer. So this is what I just worked on today. I have a brand new UI. And so I'm seeing that in the app. So let's see if I can connect to this now so you can see what's going on here. Okay, so clicking off of that, that goes away. But I believe we'll see this in the settings. So we've got a few new things to talk about, but we've got connections. And this is where we can see I've got an iOS 26.4.2, and I can revoke access. So since I had that QR code on screen, I'm probably going to have to revoke access so that you don't get control over my device. We can have other Macs that we can set up, and then there's this SSH connections to another device. So I've got another MacBook that I'm going to use to set up that. And I'm not sure what other devices. I think that's maybe, that's to add another something. Not sure exactly what yet. So this is brand new. It just came out. The main area you need to look at is the connection. So now if we go back to app, we can see that I was just working with Codex earlier today. Down here, we can choose the model. So I can switch which model I'm on. I can switch the speed. I can switch the intelligence level, which used to be the thinking level. And what is custom here? So I've got custom permissions, full access, default permissions. So that's going to use some of the permissions. If we go over here, this was the work that I just did. So if I go ahead and run this, I'm working on a brand new design for my super easy timer app. And if we go ahead and run this, it's running my make file and starting the app. This is my new timer app. So this is a timer that allows me to do any kind of natural language. So I can do 20 minutes, press enter, and it's going to start a 20-minute timer. And this even goes full screen. There's a little full screen button here so that I can go full screen with the UI, or I can back out of this. And then it's also really cool because I can go super small. Now you can't even see it. I'm going to just drag this up into my menu bar area. So this is a floating window, floats over everything. And that's what I just had Codex working on to update the UI. I can even float this over full screen applications, which is super helpful if you want like a always on timer that you can see even when the menu bar is hidden or on top of full screen applications. So that's a little demo of the Codex app, and we can see the latest update. So let's try and see if we can use it. So let's see what happens as we synchronize between the stuff. Can you do a code review of all of the changes that we've done And let's get an MVP commit if you're comfortable with it. Actually, before you even do that, can you run a full regression test? All right, so sending that. And is it going to focus? Cool. All right, so we can see that the two are sort of in sync. It is doing stuff. It's giving us the steps that it's going to take action on. I think those steps appear on this sidebar, so we can sort of see it's mirroring that UI. And cool. So it's going down. That is the new Codex integration. I hope that this is exciting for you. There's a couple other things they announced. So with this, you're going to be able to control from iOS or Android. It is in preview, so I don't know exactly what that means. Like, I don't know if this is not rolling out to all people right now, or if it's just like beta-ish. And you're going to be able to just give directions to Codex. We've got the remote SSH, which now allows you to. It looks like it just crashed my timer, so it's testing something that didn't work. Oh, I think some of the unit tests are broken. That's going to have to fix. So while that's doing that, it's going to probably get a little bit messy. It's going to try and take over things. All right. Thanks so much for watching this, and I hope that you enjoyed the new Codex integration. I'm going to play more with this and maybe make another video of how it's working out or if I have any issues. But I just want to give you a first look at this so that you can see how it is